You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media, audio for everyone.
All my gadgets and gizmos are aligned.
And I know that. I know that about you and your desk. You've got gadgets. Just tripping over gadgets and gizmos.
Truly, yeah, it's a problem. We gotta clean house a little bit.
No, that's okay. I think that it adds an appropriate amount of whimsy.
Yeah, God forbid I try to Inspector Gadget out a little bit with single-use technological devices.
You just open a trench coat and it's just got fucking whimsy galore in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Would you like Neato? Would you like a Slinky?
You listen. Never let them know your next move. You know, always be prepared.
Would you like a fucking Rube Goldberg on your desk? I've got it. Don't worry about it. Welcome to Into Twilight. We are here. We're alive. Please lower your expectations, I guess.
We're here. Full stop.
That's all.
That's
that's all I can provide for you at this time.
Totally.
But I will say there's a lot, and this is more an indication of a recession more than anything else, but there's a lot of conversation about vampires right now in the media. So
we're in our element.
You're welcome, is all I'll say. You know?
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
I'm here. I'm living.
Yeah.
I am bringing a little show to the space.
Yeah, what is this?
Well, I'm going to tell you. Just be patient, okay? It's coming in mere seconds. I am talking about a show on HBO called Neighbors.
Okay. I have seen commercials for this.
Yes. And I was charmed by these commercials. I was like, what the fuck is this? Right? Because, like, you know, if you've seen the ads, it's like very weirdly shot and it's like stylized and it's like docu-series, but also like, what is this? You know? And I was, of course, intrigued. And so we press play. And what this is a incredibly wild show about incredibly petty neighbor beefs.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. So it's a short show. There's like 6 episodes and they're all like 20-30 minutes each. But each one focuses on 2 distinct beefs between different neighbors that kind of fall under sort of a similar theme. So they're kind of spiritually connected a little bit.
Okay.
What you get here is just the most petty, whack fucking arguments and disagreements between neighbors. Over in this photo, we have these 2 women who one of their plots of land like goes into where the like that person's grass is. That's technically her property because of weird shit of like the house or whatever. I don't know. But it's like and they're just like putting shit on it and being like, this is actually my side. It looks like it's your property, but it's my property.
This is very important to me.
It's really good. And with that, you also get I don't know if you ever watched the HBO show about like the Renaissance fair. It was like a 3-part situation. It was very good. I think it was like same A24 kind of production company, but and I think they shared an editor.
Sometimes you say stuff and I think it's only on your HBO.
Yeah. No.
I think they deliver it just to you to test it out.
Yeah, maybe I'm a beta tester for the wacky wild stuff they're putting out here. But it's just like really highly stylized and really like looks like it would be for a scripted show versus a like I'm making a documentary about neighbors, right? So it's like it toes a weird line. But you just get the people who hate each other so bad but live right next to each other and have incredibly just petty minutia beefs, and it's wonderful. And you just kind of like see them talk through it, like, and then just watch it unfold. Or if you find resolution, oftentimes we don't really get there, but you know, like attempts are made. This is a real corner of Americana that feels true, it feels correct, And to see it like explored in this way of just like, let's just see what happens and let's see how big this tiny beef can get is delicious. It's so delicious.
This is very important to me. I've actually never been more excited because I did not realize when watching the commercials for them that it was about beef.
Yeah.
If I'd known it was about neighbor beef, then I would have been on that immediately.
Totally.
But I do see in this photo that it looks like there's a no trespassing sign from one of these women. And I'm already very locked in.
It's delicious.
This is that good shit. They hit a vein here.
Totally.
I'm very excited about this. Well, this makes me excited because I wasn't entirely sure what it was, to be honest.
Yeah.
But now this is going on immediately after.
Oh yeah.
Now I know what I'm doing with my weekends. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. How are you doing, my dude?
I'm here. It is very sunny right now,
Love
which is
that.
a nice surprise. Because we're one of the only places in the country right now that isn't having a heat wave. So am I complaining? No, everyone shut up.
Sure.
But the sun is nice, even though it's like 40 degrees right now. It has been a minute. I am bringing a Dimension 20 piece of media. We have been on a very heavy home state kick based on a piece we just talked about for our bonus episode. And then I saw this come out from Dropout and I was like, sorry. So you're releasing a new piece of media from My Intrepid Heroes that is a campaign solely about vampires. So what's good? And the setting is in random ass town in Oregon. Can I help you? Who on your team?
Yeah.
Who's listening right now?
Are you in our walls? What's going on here?
I have questions because y'all know how much we've talked about you. So I have questions. I'm very excited for this. This is the City Council of Darkness. In a Fork Fountain Kitchen moment, all the Intrepid heroes are playing very hot PCs.
Yeah.
And I would have never thought that we were getting Oops All Vampires.
What? I didn't even think I could ask for this. I didn't
I
allow
didn't
myself
either.
to want this for fear of being not given. But goddamn, Oops All Vampires? Are you kidding?
I know.
For me?
And apparently it's horror, which is intriguing
Yeah.
to me. We'll see how that works for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very excited about this. We've got partners who are taking themselves very seriously. Max and Murph, as always.
Yeah.
Then we've got my favorite duo in the world being hijinks galore. So I'm very excited. Just like hagging into the mainframe.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've got two of the hottest PCs alive.
Yeah.
And we're going to cause some trouble here, folks. I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to it. So who knew? Who knew that I could ask for this? I'm very happy.
What a treat.
Yeah.
They did this for us.
I know I'm being fed and I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
Here. So thank you for this gift. I appreciate it. According to Lore Keeper Sky, it will be heavy with lesbians.
Let's go.
Which, are we surprised? No. No, we're not. Thank you, Dimension 20, for this gift of vampires. So I appreciate it. Where do you want to start on some of these current events here?
We have so much to discover this week. Let's take it to Robtown. Let's go to Rob Zone because he is, of course, on one. He's doing his press junket of just not giving a fuck, which I always love.
You'd think at this point he'd be PR trained, folks.
I think he probably, I'm sure there's someone in his remit that's like, hey dog, please don't say XYZ. And he's like, I'm listening, I hear you, but no promises.
But I disagree. Yeah.
When bad boy's loose, you cannot contain him. And that's what we're happening here. Because we get a beautiful little moment of Rob and Zendaya asking and answering little questions. And one of the questions, obviously, is Team Edward or Team Jacob. And Zendaya is obviously like, Edward, duh, that's my boy right here. And Rob is like, are you fucking for real? You fucking serious? First of all, it's me. Second of all, fuck Jacob. Like, are you for real? Are you kidding? Look at the material.
It's so important to me that people are still asking him this.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so long. and him saying out loud to people, hey, so you realize, right, that like that was never real. That we just made that up. That was just a thing that we did for marketing. No one was actually Team Jacob.
And this poor interviewer was like, I was. And he's like, oh shit. Like, oops.
He's like, then you were part of, you got got.
Yeah. You fell victim to a marketing ploy, my good man. I'm sorry.
It's so good. He has been, as usual, just saying the wildest stuff. I saw one yesterday where someone asked him, like, what's the worst zodiac sign or something? And he immediately said Aries. And people jumped on it because Kristen's an Aries, right? And it's just like, okay.
Yeah. And also immediately after he was like, I just said one I remembered. I don't know anything about it.
Right, because we're in Aries season and that makes sense to me. Now, would it surprise me? No, because he is a petty bitch. So that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Sure.
But I also know that like they're fine, you know, like they're fine with each other at this point.
Right.
It's just he's always going to be saying some weird stuff.
He's going to be saying some bullshit.
Yeah. And we've got a whole year of it because we've got this and then we've got the Odyssey.
Yeah. There's so much more in our future.
We have Dune this winter. So I'm nervous for how many wild things he's going to be asked.
Yeah. Oh, God. Keep it coming. I'm here.
I know. But the nice thing, though, is since we talked about this last week, they've been updating some of the premiere looks. And there seems to be a trend going on. I don't know how much of his styling has to do with it. I imagine that La Roche is probably owning some of this.
Sure.
But it does seem to be a general trend that they're going from like they started out really light and they're going more dark, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm loving the motifs.
Yeah. And it's set to premiere, well, when this comes out on Friday. So pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing some more feedback from people.
Yeah.
Speaking of Team Jacob, you sent me some news.
Something is in the air, okay?
All of the people that we grew up watching are having children.
Everyone is pregnant. Everyone's having a kid. Something's happening.
And it's stressing me out.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Because Taylor Lautner Squared announced on Instagram that they're expecting a child. And I will say, it is very funny for him to put in the caption, what's better than two Taylor Lautners? Because it really opens up the door to the three-peat, to the hat trick. Taylor Lautner Jr.
It would be so funny.
I know. They can't do it. They can't. But in my heart of hearts, that'd be really funny.
It would just be a logistical nightmare. But it's very funny to consider to me.
This is my bloodline, and we're all named Taylor Lautner.
Right.
It goes down, you pass down the torch, generations and generations and generations. And everyone's Taylor. Oops, all Taylor.
Right. I can't. It's just weird. It's not. I wish them all the best. I hope that they're happy. But I am weirded out only because those are people that are in my age bracket. And I keep thinking, well, they're too young for this. Yeah. That's a child who's having a child. And that's objectively not true. So that's just my bad.
Yeah.
Because he is 34. She's 29. That is a child bride. I'm standing on that. Yeah. But they're objectively old enough to have a child. I'm just feeling old. That's all. No, I think that it's great. Best of luck. For them. It is just objectively weird that we've had a lot of people in the last few months having kids.
It's all happening. Something's going on.
I am very excited to know your thoughts about this week's episode.
Oh, brother.
I mean, listen, last week was tough. Last week was sad.
Right.
And we knew from the title of this, from the downward spiral, like we knew going in.
For sure. And I am here for Caroline being humanity off. Like, I think it is a fun challenge as an actor. I think we've
Mm-hmm.
seen people do that throughout the show and be more compelling or like have a different little spice to them. And I think the same also goes with Caroline. Like, I think that is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I also love that what we're setting up for the future of this is it's going to be two dumb bitches telling each other exactly. That is what the groundwork is being laid here.
The way this ends, the way this episode ends, y'all,
I was
it
levitating.
can't last.
I was like about to throw my laptop away because they are so, it's unbelievable.
I know that it will not, it obviously cannot last for a long time.
Yes.
However, the implications of how this episode ends, I was unfortunately very locked in.
Yeah.
And
for
very
sure.
happy with the matter.
Yeah. Also, this episode was directed by none other than Mr. Ian Somerhalder himself, which is interesting.
You know what? That tracks for me.
Completely tracks. It completely tracks of like the tone and tenor kind of this vibe. But it is interesting to know.
An episode where we get a lot of Damon's mommy issues.
Well,
and I would argue, and I think you can argue, a sexual scene with Bonnie and Damon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure, Jan. That does make sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That is very... Okay. All right. Is that the first one? I don't usually pay attention.
I feel like it might be for him, because I know Stefan has... Or Paul Wesley has directed one of them, and that was very obvious. It was his joint, but this might be his first directed one.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes, no, it is. His directorial debut for the show. Yes.
For the show? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something?
Please.
This episode in particular, I don't know what it was about it, but now I guess I can blame it on Ian. Stefan was giving Matthew Morrison to me. He was leaning a little too Mr. Shoe.
Yeah. And that's a dangerous... I think he kind of always is towing the line a little bit, but we were really in dangerous territory this episode. Like, it felt like we were lopsided.
It was very much when we got to the rave and he was trying to like turn on flirting mode.
Yeah.
That I was like, why is this giving me more of an ick than usual? And then I realized, this reminds me of those cameos I've seen of Matthew Morrison.
Yeah.
And I felt physically ill.
The fact that he's even like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but do you guys want to go to a rave? It's like, okay, how do you do, fellow kids? Like, what? Just stop. You look like a narc. Just stop. Like, why are you like this? Why is this
you look like an undercover cop.
He does. He absolutely does. And he does not have the gravitas nor the charm to not be trapped in that sort of identity, right? And so, like, and the whole thing with him and Caroline, because Stefan's always going to be like, I need to save people. This is all my fault. Like, like, she shouldn't have turned her man off. I could have just answered the question. And what we realize is that his answer to the question was actually, I do like you. Okay, sure. And just trying to like put on the charm and being like, here's a light up shot glass. Would you like to drink with me? And also, can we talk about maybe that I love you ? And she's like, I don't care about you actually at all, because I don't have that right now. Sorry.
And again, I have to say, I am aware that No Humanity Caroline will not be able to last.
Yeah.
Both because I know that the show doesn't like women. And also, they don't like to see women's wrongs, right?
Yeah.
However, I don't know that there were a lot of Caroline wrongs this episode.
I agree.
I was
like,
I think
to fully defend.
I think that, now near the end, she did get a little off the rails because I don't believe in killing Sarah. She did get a little fucking saw there for a second.
Totally.
However, for most of this, it was just, and we've seen this with No Humanity, right?
Right.
It was just Caroline turned up 10 notches.
Right. And I think that's an interesting distinction of having Caroline go through this arc now, because we also have, and like she was saying the last episode too, of being like, sorry, Elena, it's not going to be like how you did it because I kind of have a better sense of the whole vampire thing than you do. And she's not wrong. Like, she has
She's
had to
not.
kind of adapt to this in a way that nobody else has in the way that she has. And she does kind of have, for the most part, there are obvious exceptions, a better handle of what this new sort of feeling and existence is like and how to handle that.
I
And
mean,
in
you
what
look
in
at
some ways,
Stefan, you look at
Mhm.
Elena, and you look at
Mhm.
Damon, who we've all seen go no humanity.
Right.
Damon caused a fucking mess in New York
Immediately.
and
Yeah.
ruined who loved Stefan. I always forget her name.
Oh,
Ruined
yeah.
that girl, right?
Uh-huh.
By thinking
Yeah.
that stuck her out in the sun, right?
Yeah.
Elena, fucking Crisis McGee, burned her house down. Stefan made sure to remember that this
Mhm.
episode. And then Stefan, Ripper Mode, who we
Right.
find out this episode is genetic. So,
Yeah.
I mean, not his fault, but also nature versus nurture. You know what I mean?
Right. And outside
So-
of going full jigsaw mode for a little bit, the only crime is she's just now using Luke, who we've all remember totally and definitely all loved and appreciate his return, as a human blood bag. And that's not the worst thing given the circumstances and given
Yeah.
the comparisons to other people. And so much so that, like, even personally, it just feels like Carolyn, but like a little bitchier, right? She's still like out here being like, I got new sheets, I got new hair dryer. Like, we're just gonna like reset. That's a Caroline-ism for sure.
Which,
But it's just-
by the way, was very projecting on Stefan because they both went to, oh my God, she packed up the dorm. She packed up the house, like down to the studs. Do you think she's trying to forget her past? Do you think she moved away? And then we
Mhm.
cut to Caroline. She's like, oh, I went on a shopping spree. Like,
Right.
that all had bad juju. I want to
Mhm.
start fresh.
Totally.
This is just Caroline.
Yeah. Like, she's a little mean to like Bonnie, which I didn't love, and Elena a little bit. But for the most part, she had an understanding and also set boundaries very explicitly. Of being like,
Very clear boundaries.
like, I cannot be more like clear in this. Give me a year to just live like this and see how it feels. And if any of you motherfuckers try to fuck with me in any regard to try to get me to not be in this situation, I will be a huge problem. And like, that's it. That's all I can guarantee you. And that's on you. The ball is in your court. And if you don't want to rock with that, I'm going to be a nightmare. So how about we think
Is
about
it an
this?
ultimatum? Yes.
Right.
However, she was very explicit,
Mm-hmm.
not to Stefan, because she did say, to be fair, she did say this to Elena and Bonnie, but she did say, do not rock with me. Don't try to change my mind, because if you do, then I'm going to ruin your life.
Right.
Cool? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And
Capiche?
then what the fuck does Stefan try to do other than touch her face, try to make her emotional? And she immediately comes to her senses and is like, I told Elena one thing.
Yeah.
And you come in here to me looking like Xtina in this rave right now. And now I have to go kill your niece.
Yeah. Sorry.
Do I have to do it in a Saw way and make Liam like, who says what did he say? He's like, I'm a pre-med sophomore. Of course, I'm bad at surgery.
Yeah.
Do I have to make him cut out her spleen? No. But to be fair, at first, she said, you can live without your spleen.
Mm-hmm.
So she's trying,
Right.
but they keep trying to push her.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Caroline. But as we've seen with other people, right, she's turned off her emotions. So she's being a little bit bitchy to Bonnie.
Yeah, totally.
But she's being very funny to Elena. When they got back to the
Incredibly.
bar,
Yeah.
and she was like, I just told you. What was it? She was like, I just told you all about like how my mom died or whatever. And you you found a way to make this about you. Like, you really have a gift, Elena.
I appreciate humanity-less Caroline so much because you can tell that all of this bullshit with Elena she's been very nice about, and she doesn't have to be that nice anymore. And she's so sick of her bullshit. Me too, girl. I'm there. Right?
Same.
And the fact that she's like, hey, so Elena, real talk, I compelled a med student to do surgery on Stefan's niece, and for some reason and somehow you managed to make this about you. Think on that. Like, Let that sink in, girl, because that's nuts. Like, let me do me. This isn't even about you. Fucking relax, okay?
It's so good. I also really appreciated,
Mm-hmm.
because I've always thought that like the queening out between Enzo and Caroline is very interesting.
Yes.
I've never really thought that it was romantic,
Mm-hmm.
but they kind of tried to hint at it for a moment, and I thought, but I thought that it was very cute of Enzo, because he's kind of been pissing me off the last few episodes.
Yeah.
I thought it was very cute of him to be like, no, I don't want this because you're not you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not fun when you're not you. And I was like, hold on, wait.
Yeah, wait. Okay.
Hold on. And I still
Yeah.
don't like it, right?
Mhm.
I much better prefer when they're both like queening out together.
Totally.
But he has been on my shit list, and that did give him a point of credit this episode.
Totally. Being like, okay, speak your truth, Enzo. Like, I don't see this as a romantic thing, period, ever. You guys are just gay best friends, and I love that for you. But I do appreciate you sticking up, being like, hey, what we've been, us queening out probably isn't going to hit the same, because you're just not you right now. And that's chill. I'll wait. You know, I'm here on the back burner. Whatever.
I will say,
Mhm.
I figured it out once they started talking about it, that Stefan had compelled Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very satisfying that Enzo's like, so, you see what I did to Matt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really fat. Like, you're impossibly fast.
Literally does the what are you, like, I know what you are, say it out loud.
Literally,
like, is like, exactly happening.
Sorry, you're just a vampire. Oh no, it's fine. No, it's fine. I just thought
it'd be cooler and bigger and like something exciting. Like, he's like, excuse me.
He's never been more offended in his entire life.
He has never been too stunned to speak, and he was too stunned to speak in that moment, and that's very powerful. Could you imagine an alternate universe in which that whole scene happens and Bella's like, oh, that's it? Okay. I mean, sure. I just thought it'd be like, I don't know. I thought you'd have like a cool motorcycle, or like, I don't know, be like, there's like something else going on. But vampire, okay, whatever. Boring.
Yeah, I just thought,
snooze.
No, Edward, it's fine. It's just, I thought, I don't know. I just thought you would be a little bit more something, you know?
It is a very funny workaround too, to be like, I am gonna aggressively compel Sarah to just think vampires are boring. Like, that's such a fun, like, just be completely disinterested in as a topic. Like, I think that's great. That's a good way
and
to
that there's like it implies that there is a superior compelling, because at this point we've seen in the show anyways that she's been compelled maybe 5 times.
Yeah.
Which ones are stickier, I guess, is my question, because they're playing with a lot of fast and loose rules here. So I would like a little bit more clarity on like that one sticks, you know? But I do, I appreciate it, because I think that that's very funny that she's like, first of all, you broke my SD card. So fuck off, because that's $70, right?
Yeah.
That had my naked photos of my roommate on there, so that's not nice. But also, that's all you're gonna tell me? No, it's just anyway.
Yeah.
The one thing I noticed, this has been happening gradually over the last couple episodes, but this one, it felt more prominent to me, is they're really changing Kai's physical appearance.
Yeah.
To look more like Luke. And again, it's been happening. I've been noticing it. But this episode in particular, it felt a lot more prominent to me, that they are really trying to not just emotionally make him merge with Luke, but like physically merge with him too. And that is an intriguing prospect to me.
Yeah. I'm so here for Kai. At this moment, with all the love and respect to my heart to Bonnie, of course, for her traumas, but Kai in this instance is so interesting, because he's just in this like weird, is now overcome with guilt, because he's like, oh shit, that flip got turned on and I hate that. Why do I feel bad about the things I've done? That sucks and is annoying. And now it's in this like webbed plot of also having information about Damon's mom and being like, well, I mean, I suppose we could work something out if you let me apologize to Bonnie. And he even does the like, I'm sick. Like, maybe we can talk about this later when you can set up a nice little chat with me and Bonnie. And of course, Damon, because he's Damon, is tied between his burgeoning love for Bonnie and also needs to figure out what the fuck happened with his mom because apparently everything is wrong and different than what he thought, right? Because he has this very impassioned thing of like, she wasn't like me, you know, like she wasn't a vampire, she wasn't like yada yada yada. She died of regular ass old timey disease and, and consumption in
well, yeah, she's
1800s,
idealized
so-
in his mind, right?
Mhm.
She died a frail, perfect angel.
Right. Yeah, and I just did all of this stuff of processing, and so I'm good now. You can't give me new information because I will freak the fuck out.
Yeah, I
You
just
can't
had a
have
funeral
change.
for my mom. I mean, Liz.
Yeah, totally.
So we can't talk about my mom now.
Yeah, and when we have, and of course Damon is like, I know Bonnie said she doesn't want to talk to Kai, but like I really got to figure out what happened to my mom. I'll just bring him to the rave so we can have a cool, measured conversation and apologize at the warehouse rave. Okay, Damon, not your brightest moment. And in that interaction, Kai looks so nervous. Like he is not getting his emotions out. He doesn't know how to talk about this because this is all like new feelings and doesn't have the words for it. So it comes off pretty disingenuous because it's just like him saying like, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. I know. Also, they're at a rave. So it's not really, nothing is getting communicated well.
Right. So you get a lot of like uns.
We're getting a lot of unses and him being like, I'm sick. I don't know what's going on. I'm scared. But he looks like so frail and so like nervous. And Bonnie, understandably, is like, fuck you forever and die. And I hate you. And I don't want to talk to you. And also, I'm back, bitches. So fuck with me. But he looks so like shaking in this, and it's very interesting. It's an interesting Kai.
It is, and doing all this at a rave is really funny to me.
Yeah,
because these four people have never belonged less at a rave, right?
yeah.
Caroline, not a rave person. Stefan, not a rave person.
No.
Elena, holy fuck, not a rave person. And Bonnie, especially in this moment, not a rave person. Never related more to Bonnie in my life than her going from completely isolated, like literally the only person in this world.
Yeah.
And then being thrown immediately into a warehouse full of hot, sweaty, drugged people.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't do this.
It's not the ideal welcome back to the living, you know? It's not great.
Right. Yeah. This is not, can we start in like a library or something a little bit less overstimulating, you know?
Yeah.
But it hurts so much for her to call Damon. Or, well, no, Damon called her. And she was like, oh, I missed you. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is the first time that we've seen you smile today. And these two have a very similar experience. It's the only person that she can talk to about like settling back in to life. And it felt like in this moment that Damon wasn't going to force her into it.
Yeah.
Because he was like, she doesn't seem good enough for this. We got to figure out something else. But him just being like, damn it, I don't have another way around this. So obviously the only solution is to fucking go to the rave with him. And we've seen throughout this that there's been a couple of flashbacks to Kai. So we know where Bonnie is at right now in her head, thinking about him. Because she hasn't seen any of Kai recently, where he's been a weirdo. And I feel so bad for her this episode. It's got to be a trip that she comes back and realizes that everything is really fucked up. What I can't help but feel, though, is Kai mentions that these prison worlds, there's two of them. He was locked in one, and Damon's mom was locked in one. And those prison worlds are presumably only for evil people. And I can't help but feel like they're trying to say that the way that Bonnie was acting today, that world somehow made her evil. And Julie Plec, if that is what happened to Bonnie, I'm going to be insufferable to you. Because that can't be you cannot make her an antagonist, and that's how she goes out this season.
Yeah, I would be so livid. I cannot even deal with that.
That's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't do all of that to get out,
Mm-hmm.
only for them to say like, oh, well, she's evil now.
Don't piss me off.
You.
There was a really cute Bonnie moment, though, when they first got to the rave, and it was like her and Elena, and everything was like unsensing, and stuff. And one of them goes, okay, I think we should split up and look for Caroline. And then Bonnie goes, I think we should split up and look for Caroline. And they're both like, yeah, totally. I thought that was really good. I was like, that's my girl. I miss my girls. They're back.
I miss them.
Obviously in very compromised positions and in a different way, and nothing will be the same, yada, yada, yada. But moments like that, I'm like, okay, we can at least get that feeling again a little bit.
Well, and when she just showed up at the dorm room, and surprised Elena was so cute, because we saw earlier on that that Bonnie had seen Elena and Caroline in that dorm room.
Yeah.
Back when she had just been like passed away. And had like wanted to spend time in that dorm room with them, and so for this to be the first time that they actually get to like physically be there together was really sweet. And then the episode just like fucking goes off the rails.
Yeah.
There. I feel really bad for her. I thought that it was so sad that at the end she just calls Jeremy, because we find out that she hasn't she hasn't talked to Jeremy at all. But just leaves him a voicemail and is like, hey, you should just stay there, because I'm not doing great. I'm just gonna go find myself.
Yeah. And like, I get it, but it's also even the conversation before of being like, oh, Jeremy doesn't know, and like, I'll tell him when I'm good and ready. And it's like, Jeremy is so far away. If we just like just let him know, he might not rush over y'all. He's probably doing wacky vampire hunting stuff, he's probably busy. But like, why are we just letting Jeremy out of all this? Like, the one thing he always says when he leaves is like, hey, if Bonnie ever shows up again, can you please call me? That's all I need. I might not do anything about it, and you don't have to do anything about it, but like, I would just like to know if she's alive or here or in our universe or shared world. That's all. Come on.
Because if nothing else, they're friends.
Right.
And I think they were always really good friends before they tried to like force a romance with the two of them. And so I'm glad that he gets a voicemail. It's kind of it's better than a text, but it's still kind of a dick move.
Sure.
And yeah, he needs to have that closure to know that like she's okay.
Yeah.
I felt really bad because Damon's having a really shitty day.
Yeah,
he really is like stuck in a hard place right now.
He's going through one battle after another right now.
Yeah, but for him to like go and follow Bonnie to see that she's okay, and she's like, "You motherfucker! I didn't want to see Kai, and you didn't listen to me, and you don't know what you only saw one thing that he put me through,
right?
And I wish I could share everything that he put me through. So I'm going to try to make you feel all of this so you understand. But the only one that I can't do is that I was alone after all of this."
Yeah.
And I felt like she was underreacting, to be honest.
Completely. Yeah. She could have just done so many things in that. And I think she was being very graceful, but still getting the point across. Being like, hey, motherfucker.
I agree.
When I tell you something, I mean it.
Yeah. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Also, the way that she like got that guy who was like grinding on her and stuff, and being like just like lit herself on fire a little bit, and he was like, ouch. She's like, sorry, like, I'm just so hot, I can't help it. It's like, okay, that's my girl. Protect yourself from these men.
Yeah, she was like standing there and like screaming by the fire, and I was like, if they're trying to make me feel mad about this, I'm not, because you're doing everything right.
I'm on her side. Always.
But there was another scream in this episode that really took me by surprise, because I don't know that I've ever heard Damon like scream before.
True. Yeah.
And he like roared this episode, and it really took me by surprise. It kind of freaked me out, and so to know that this was like directed by him too, I'm like, okay, damn. I was not expecting that, because listen, I don't like it when men yell, but it wasn't a yell per se. He was like like in pain more than anything. Just watching this vision that he had of his mom get broken in real time. And Kai being like, hey dog, your mom was a menace to society.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. And also, realizing that she's been gone, but like his brother was that way too. That's a real sorry dog. Like I feel really bad.
Yeah.
Here's my question for you. We know sometimes that Elena isn't always the smartest person. And Stefan isn't always the most clear, to be fair. However, when Stefan said to her, just remember to bring me back, what do you think Elena thought he was saying there?
I don't know. I feel like, yeah.
I don't think that he could be more explicit, Queen.
Yeah, like he's clearly in a position where it's like, okay, I have to do this in order to save Sarah in this moment. I don't think he needs to say, hey, please turn my humanity back in, 30 days or whatever. Like, I don't know. Elena just needs to be better at picking up the vibe and just the context clues that are being littered about here.
Literally.
Quite literally, in your face. Like, we can put the pieces together, Elena. I know it's a high-stress environment. I know lots of stuff is going on.
Because it's the second time they talked about it. They talked about it earlier.
Yeah, you have a pre-conversation about this. You were prepared for this.
Yeah. They were talking about it earlier in the episode about, like, coming back from it because they both have helped each other with it. So for him saying that, it didn't feel like a surprise. But she got so mad at him at the end of the episode, being like, say you didn't do it. And he's like, okay. All right. Sure.
Elena.
Okay. Girl, I need you to... I know you were really worried. And you were trying to find this, like, saw trap. Yeah. Her breaking Liam's wrist, by the way, was very funny. But I need you to pay attention a little bit more to what's going on. Bless your heart, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But now we're getting these two chuckle fucks. No humanity, all vibes, all bad decisions, and I am so excited.
It's a very interesting thing for no humanity Caroline to do. To be like, I'll save Sarah if you switch it off.
Yeah.
And for Stefan to do it. Yeah. How do they think this is going to go?
What is the good ending of this story? Because there's none. I can see.
There can't possibly be one.
But sometimes you just need a buddy to be doing the same stuff as you, I guess. You just gotta be sort of on a shared lockstep in that.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need a good angel on your shoulder. You just need an enabler. Right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, she's like, you guys aren't giving that to me, and I think that's pretty fucked up. You're bad friends, so I'm gonna make one, okay? I'm gonna find my yes and, whether you like it or not, okay?
And I think that's beautiful. Maybe we'll get more next episode. I don't know that we will. Because they don't like fun on this show, so they probably won't keep them around for very long. But watching Thing 1 and Thing 2 go off, I am very interested to see how this will be explored.
Yeah.
Having next week's be titled A Bird in a Gilded Cage does make me very nervous, though.
God.
It's
a bad omen.
It's a very bad omen. Yeah. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
We have some amazing patrons to thank, though. Do you want to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Lauren Cullen.
Ooh, thank you to Zoe Forbes.
Ooh, thank you to Vanessa Swan.
Ooh, thank you to Greg Lautner.
Ow. Thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to Vivi Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ooh, thank you to Katya Karp.
Oh, thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Danielle Burke.
Oh, thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ooh, thank you to Rena Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily Ozera.
Beep, beep, beep. And last but certainly not least, thank you to Jaylene Ivashkov.
Pew, pew, pew.
I have a fan fiction for you.
Hell yeah, dude.
I will say when I was trying to find this, that the tag of Bonnie and Kai is very populated.
Interesting. Okay.
And I did not realize that.
Yeah.
But this is not them. This is Bonnie and Damon.
Okay.
It is by the author Rose the Void, and it is titled Push and Pull. The summary of this is, set in the prison world, Bonnie tries to give Damon the silent treatment after an argument, but that doesn't last long. That doesn't work on Damon Salvatore. They also drink alcohol and talk about the moment they met. They bicker and fight, but all they have is each other. And this only has one chapter. Very short and sweet. But they're apparently, and I did not realize, but when I was trying to look up Bonnie stuff, apparently a lot of folks are interested in her and Kai, and I was not aware until exploring.
Interesting.
I would imagine that it started before this episode,
Sure.
but I imagine that this episode probably helped their cause too.
I can see that for sure.
So, yeah, we'll see. Tell your friends about the show. Tell your family about the show. I am so excited to go watch this neighbor drama.
Oh, yeah.
But as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
Get bit.
ooh.
Ow. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight, or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.